Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Money Monday. We're going to get started in about a minute or so. So come on in. Tonight, you guys are going to need a pen and a piece of paper because I got some great content that I'm going to be sharing tonight. And hopefully, this helps you in more areas than just financially. So we'll let people hop on. And then once it's about 9 o'clock, 9:01, then we'll get started. I got my tea here. So I'll be ready to go. Hey, Candy. Welcome to Money Monday. We'll get started. We'll give people another 30 seconds or so, and then we'll get started, okay? Tonight, we're going to be talking about discipline, specifically self-discipline. And hopefully, I think this is a good topic. I know a lot of people struggle with this, and we're going to break it all the way down tonight. So make sure you have your pen and piece of paper, and we'll get started in about 25 more seconds. Hey, Pat, welcome to Money Monday. I have my two screens, so I got to slide over to see who's on tonight. Let me take a sip. You guys know I've been sick. Lemony. I feel like Wendy Williams. All right, let's go ahead and get started. As I said earlier, we're going to be talking about discipline, specifically self-discipline tonight. Make sure you have a pen, make sure you have a piece of paper because I got a lot of great content for you guys, okay? So let's jump right in. A lot of people think about discipline and they think about it in terms of like getting disciplined at work or, being able to follow the rules. That's not quite what self-discipline is. So self-discipline is control. It's the ability for you to regulate your emotions, your thoughts, your behaviors in the face of temptation and impulses. It's the ability for you to regulate your behavior to reach specific goals. And it really focuses on the self and the individual, right? What can I do within me to determine my outcome? Plato said the first and best victory is to conquer self, and that is so true. Like once you get this under wraps, once you conquer this, everything else just falls into place. And so tonight we're going to be talking about that. Now, this is what I want to tell you. If you master your mind, you can master anything, right? Most things that you do in terms of goals and moving forward, if you do it in your mind first, you do it. You can accomplish it in the physical realm. So self-discipline is the same. If you master self-discipline in your mind first, if you master this first, you'll master everything else. Okay. So let's talk about what self-discipline relates to. It does not just relate to your money. Yes, that's an aspect of it, how you spend, how you budget, how you manage your money, but it also is how you live your life, the type of lifestyle you're living, your health and wellness. Are you exercising? Are you eating right? How you talk to yourself, right? How's your outlook? How you think? Are you positive? Do you have a growth mindset? That's all goes into self-discipline and being self-disciplined. So you really have to make sure you're conquering these other areas, your relationships, your personal development, your emotions, right? How you respond when you feel disrespected, how you respond when your feelings are hurt, how you respond when you feel left out. That's all a part of mastering self-discipline. And if you can master that, you'll be good as gold. Okay. Now, one thing that I did want to point out on tonight's Money Monday is self-discipline is not willpower. And let me tell you what the difference is. Self-discipline is creating the habits, the routines that become automatic over time. And willpower is more so conquering short-term temptations, right? So maybe you're on a diet and you go to a donut shop to get donuts for work and you don't get any donuts for yourself. That's more willpower. Self-discipline is consistently eating right, consistently making healthy choices, consistently budgeting your money, not just not buying something that you see because it's on sale one time, but really those habits that help you achieve those long-term goals over time. Okay. It's a soft skill and it's going to take practice. A lot of people think because they don't conquer self-discipline the first month they try it that they fail. But in reality, it actually takes people a lifetime to learn how to be self-disciplined. So keep that in mind. Hey, LaTori, welcome to Money Monday. Okay, so let's talk about what are some of the benefits of self-discipline. Of course, there are many more benefits, but I'm only going to give you three. The first thing is you'll make progress. So anytime you're trying to reach a goal, you're trying to conquer something, and you keep quitting, that defeats you, that makes you sad, that takes a hit to your psyche, that hurts your self-esteem. But when you are self-disciplined, it's going to help you make progress, and it's going to lead to you being happier. It's also going to help with your resilience. So every time things get hard, you don't give up. Like a lot of people, the first sign of discomfort, they automatically give up. So you really want to focus on building your self-discipline so that you can be resilient, so that you can bounce back, so that you can move forward. And then another benefit of self-discipline is it helps you to achieve your short and long-term goals. So when you talk about people who maybe want to lose weight, it doesn't take 10 years to lose 30 pounds, right? It takes 10 years to lose 30 pounds when you don't have self-discipline. But when you conquer being self-disciplined and you build up that muscle and you build up those habits, it's not going to take you long to achieve both your short-term and your long-term goals, okay? So let's talk about 10 ways to help you develop more self-discipline. Now, I'm sure there are many more, but these are just 10 that I'm going to give you that I feel like are very relevant to the conversation and that are going to be easy for you to implement, okay? The first tip and the first way that you develop self-discipline is to be intentional. You have to shift your mindset to focus on where you want to be, what you want to improve on, and then taking action. So you have to be disciplined in how you're thinking about it, and then you have to be disciplined with that action. This is really where people fall short with most things, is the action. You can hope, you can wish, you can pray all day. You can stand in the rain and pray to the rain gods as much as you want. But if you are not intentional and you're not taking action, nothing will ever happen. What good is praying to God if you won't even plant the seed? Okay, so you have to be intentional and you have to take action. The second way that you develop more self-discipline is to start small. Most people, when they start goal setting, they come up with these large, ginormous goals, and that's great. But when you're really trying to build that self-discipline muscle, you want to start small. You want to be clear with your goals and clear with your execution plan. So what am I going to do and how am I going to do it? Okay, instead of eating this entire elephant, I'm only going to focus on taking that first bite. That's starting small. Commit to 15 minutes to work out every day. If you haven't worked out in 10 years or 5 years or a year and a half, or you're recovering from a surgery, you're probably not going to be able to go to a 1-hour class and hang with the big dogs, right? You're not going to be able to cycle for 45 minutes. So start small, commit to 15 minutes a day. And then over time, with you developing that self-discipline, you can increase that time. Instead of doing a no-spend month, do a no-spend week. Instead of reading an entire book, read 5 pages, read a chapter, right? Start small and then do the things that hurt you less. So there's this thing where a lot of times when we are practicing self-discipline and we're trying to change or better ourselves, we start with what hurts the most, and that's not going to help you. That's actually going to discourage you. So as you're making your goals, start small and start with what hurts you less. So like I said earlier, a 15-minute class is going to hurt you way less than a 1-hour class. Okay. Number 3 is to remove the distractions. Take your credit cards out your wallet. If you know that you want to be intentional with not charging up and incurring more debt, take those credit cards out your wallet, right? Remove them off Apple Pay. Remove them from being saved in your phone so that when you go to a website, it doesn't automatically pop up. You don't need that. You don't need it. Take it out. Cancel your TV subscriptions. If one of your tools to being self-disciplined, and I'm going to get into number 4, but we're still number 3, is to stop watching as much TV. Cancel those subscriptions. Don't buy junk food. If you know you're trying to lose weight, why are you continuing to buy junk food? That does not make sense, right? Keep your phone in another room if you're tired of mindlessly scrolling, right? If you work from home like I do and you're tired of just, picking up your phone every 5 minutes to check this or check that. Oh, what about this? What about that? Keep your phone in another room. That's what I do when I'm working. And then practice the out of sight, out of mind. So a lot of times when we have distractions, we only have them because they're right here, right? They all up in your face. If you can't see them, you're not going to think about them as much, right? If you stop those shopping emails from Express and Fashion Nova, they'll email you 45 times in one day. If you unsubscribe from those emails, that's going to help with your spending. That's going to help you build up that self-discipline muscle, and that's going to help you become more self-disciplined. Okay. Number 4 is to create new habits. So what are you going to replace? What are you going to replace junk food with, right? Is it going to be little small travel-sized bars of Hershey's? It works, okay? Are you going to replace TV with reading? Are you going to replace online shopping with journaling? Figure out what you're going to replace those bad habits with to help you create those new habits that you need to build your self-discipline muscle. You're going to have to prioritize. With you creating new habits, you just don't automatically get more time. If you're used to sleeping in every day until 10 minutes before you have to sign up to your computer to be to work, you're going to have to prioritize when you're going to work out if that's what you want to do on this self-discipline journey. So figure it out and then take some things off your plate. If you're already stretched to the max and you're trying to be more self-disciplined, make it easy for yourself by taking certain things off your plate so that you can be more successful. All right, number 5, visualization. Visualize your outcome. I cannot say this enough. Visualize what you want. Speak what you want. And if you focus on what you want, if you visualize what you want, 9 times out of 10, you will get it. Okay, and that's going to help you with your self-discipline journey. What you say, you'll have. I'll tell you guys a quick story. A few weeks ago, I went to Houston to see Beyonce. Great time. Had the time of my life. And for whatever reason, I thought that this was 1962 and I wanted a paper ticket to the concert. Now, we all know that they don't give those out, right? You get your concert tickets online. They're not printing tickets. I don't know what to tell you. So I kept saying all day, I want a paper ticket. I want a paper ticket. Me and my friends, we get to the concert. I go to the box office. I'm trying to get my paper ticket. Like, get on your computer and print it out. They don't have them. They don't make it anymore. We get in, long lines, get to our seat, get through security, get through all of that, and we have an issue with our seats. We go to customer service. Guess what they bought? They gave me a paper ticket to my new seat. A paper ticket. So because I was saying that I wanted that and I was visualizing this paper ticket that I wanted so bad, something so small, I was able to get that by visualizing. So you can use those tips and those tricks to help you visualize your outcome. Visualize yourself being skinnier. Visualize yourself, making more money. Visualize yourself being calm when you told your son not to touch something and he touched it and it broke. Okay. You can build up that self-discipline muscle by visualizing what you want. Number 6 is the time will never be right. Okay. And if you are waiting for the right time, you will be waiting forever. So don't wait until this happens or you get more days off from work or you make more money to start your self-discipline journey. You can budget now. You can lose weight now. You can start where you are and use what you have. Okay. The timing will never be right. It'll never be the right time to get married. It'll never be the right time to buy a house. It'll never be the right time to fill in the blank. It'll never be the right time. So you have to make sure that you're cognizant of that and that you're thinking about your time and how you're going to show up on this journey. 7 is to plan your backup. Now, I'm not talking about planning for failure and oozing in mediocrity. Oh my God, I hate mediocrity. It's like the worst thing that there ever is. That's not what I'm talking about when I talk about your backup plan. Where I'm talking about a contingency for intentional courses of action, not planning for failure. So let me give you an example. If you say, okay, I want to run the Boston Marathon in April, right? A contingency plan is I'll start training now by running 1 mile a week and then 2 miles on the second week, 3 miles on the third week, so on and so forth. And in the meantime, I'll sign up for a 5K on Christmas, right? I'll sign up for this marathon in January. So build those contingencies into your plan. I want to save $1,000 or I want to buy a house. Just because you don't necessarily foresee that happening, that doesn't mean plan for failure. Well, if I can't buy my house, if by the end of the year I want a $1 million mansion, I'll just stay in my It doesn't work like that, okay? So come up with your backup plan that supports whatever it is that you're trying to aim for. 8 is you need an accountability partner. Not somebody that's going to make you feel warm and fuzzy and feel good about yourself and tell you nice things. Somebody that's going to hold you accountable. You said you would do X, Y, and Z. Are you doing it? Right? What's going on with this? Okay, you want to enroll in school. What schools have you looked at in your area? Have you done your financial aid? Somebody that's going to keep you accountable and make sure that you're doing what you said that you're going to do and calling you on it, right? Self-discipline. That's a part of being self-disciplined. Is somebody holding you accountable. Okay, you said you want to lose weight, so why are you going to Endless Pancakes at IHOP if you want to lose weight? That doesn't work, okay? That's number 8. Number 9 is if you can't measure it, it does not exist. Self-explanatory. How are you going to measure your progress? right? And this goes back to number 2 when we talked about setting goals and starting small. You want to set SMART goals of how you're going to measure your success. You would never say, I want to lose weight and not step on the scales to figure out how much you weigh. So that needs to be the same process and the same thought process that you use when you're creating these new habits on this discipline journey. Okay. How are you going to measure your success? How are you going to measure your health goals? Your relationship goals. Okay. Are you going to keep a log of when you're reaching out to people and calling them and setting dates and networking? Are you going to measure your self-discipline and how many pages you read in a book, or how much you journaled, or how many times you cooked at home instead of eating out, or how much money you saved, or how many credit card bills you pay off? I could go on and on, but you guys get it. Make sure that it's measurable so that it can exist. 10 is great. To quote the late great Aaliyah, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. Failure is a part of success, right? There are going to be times on this self-discipline journey where you fall short, and that's okay. It's not the fact that you failed. It's the bounce back that matters. What do you do after you went to the mall and blew $500, right? What are you going to do about that? What are you going to do when you are supposed to be doing your keto diet and you've been eating carbs left and right, pasta and pizza? What are you going to do? It's what happens after that matters. Failure will come, but it's what you do next that counts, right? Fail fast, fail forward, and then work on the recovery. And then you guys know I'm an overachiever, so I'd like to give you a bonus. The bonus is to treat yourself. When you stick to these good habits on this self-discipline journey, how are you going to reward yourself? Are you going to reward yourself with something fun? Maybe a self-care day, maybe a sweet treat, nothing outrageous. How are you going to reward yourself? You need to reward yourself so that as you're creating these new habits on this self-discipline journey and building your self-discipline, you can be successful. And then a couple things that I want to know here before I wrap up. Self-discipline is a marathon, not a sprint. Okay. And it takes practice. Practice makes you better. It's not something that you can just wake up and automatically do, right? If you haven't been working out, like I said earlier, you're not just going to magically wake up one day and start working out every day. It doesn't work like that. So practice makes you better. And then the last thing I want to say is if you're really struggling with self-discipline, finishing what you started, sticking to your goals, controlling your temper, controlling your the way you respond to stuff, being more patient, whatever it is, right? Whatever you want to become more self-disciplined at. If you can't be successful with the thing that you want to do, start with your body. For some reason, when your body gets stronger, your mind gets stronger. I don't know why. I don't know why it is. But if you start working out, slowly those puzzle pieces will start falling into place and you'll be able to see the big picture. Okay? That's it. That's all. That was 10 plus 1. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's Money Monday. I cannot stress how big self-discipline is. I've been kind of struggling with some self-discipline areas, so this is why I wanted to talk about it tonight. You're not alone. Everybody has things that they want to work on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Money Monday. I love you guys. Make sure you share and tag some folks in this video that could really benefit from some of these tools and some of this perspective. Oops. It fell out. Wasn't too late. But I'll see you guys next week. Have a great week and take care. Bye.